So, hello and welcome everyone to our monthly Sufi tea talk, the first Sunday every month. And yeah, so the last month we couldn't make it because both of us we were busy being at Sufi gatherings. So right now we are back again. I'm right now in Berlin, and Emre, you said you're in Turkey in a
In
sema.
Yalova, I'm in a Sufi gathering actually. I am in my camper van, and I'm really in a 7 days and 7 nights semi gathering. And I'm talking to you from my camper van, which is in Yalova, in a Sufi dergah. So there's around 200 people who are whirling, who are singing, who are making music here, and we are staying here. Most of the people stay in the tents or in the dergah, in the prayer place, on the floors. Like it's non-stop continuing sema 24 hours. There are lots of foreigners as well. So yeah, I'm there. I'm talking to you from this kind of atmosphere.
That's beautiful. I'm very grateful that you can make it, even though you're at the SEMA. I was uh, I was in Venice at the SEMA for 5 days, 5 nights SEMA. I couldn't make it for the whole 5 days, but I was there at least for 3 days, and it was amazing. It's so
Mhm.
healing. It's something you have to experience. Like we also say in yoga, you see how people are doing the asanas, but when you are not there, when you are not practicing it, you cannot get really the insight which kind of feeling you will get after doing it. So I would say, since I'm a yogini, I'm also teaching Kundalini and Hatha yoga. I'm also hosting temple events, foreplay events, sensual events, conscious dating events. So I'm also a lot in this sensual field, and it's really something you have to experience. So I would also say Sufism is something you have to experience, like also the Sufi dance, the dervish dance. When you are not trying out how it feels to while in a circle, you cannot
Mhm.
really understand why those people are so into Sufism and into this Sufi dance. And you also have to listen to the Sufi music as well, because it's such a music therapy, an Oriental music therapy, which is also back years ago. So it has a very healing effect in your subconsciousness. And when I see it as a yogini, it's like somehow it reminds me to push-up, where you also have those gongs and this sound bath, which really goes into your subconsciousness and has a very deep healing effect. Somehow I see a comparison to this also in Sufism, when you're at a sema, at a meshk, at a gathering where you're listening nonstop this beautiful Oriental music, and you get into a transcendent state of mind.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, so
Like, actually, this is what Sufism is, because the information part of this path is for scholars, it's not for Sufis. And Sufis, they all come from scholar mentality. They were studying science, astronomy, religious science, and many things, and then they become Sufi. Like most of them follow this path. But in this path, like we make the dhikr and the breath work, because we don't want to continue the path with learning more and more and more and filling this mind with lots of information, you know and it's not needed, because ChatGPT is there and it's answering everything. You don't need to keep anything in mind, like you have a consultant for free. So, like, how we can focus on the inner voice, because there is a me, beyond my physical appearance. This is what all the spiritual teachings, hermetic teachers say. But how to listen to this inner guidance, how to listen to it, what it is saying to you. So when whirling, actually, when you go to this trance, your mind gets out of the game and then you started to hear something. And that's what sema means in the Arabic language. Sema is coming from the verb semi. Semi means like listen. So when you whirl, actually you get some inspiration, and that's the part that you are listening actually what the universe is telling you. It's telling you your story actually. Because we have a very, 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 very long story actually. Like we say, like I was there, it was me, this plant was me. Yes, because we are made of microorganisms actually. And these microorganisms, you know, they are very experienced in this universe as a player, these electrons, you know, they know where to act, how to act. They are very professional, like, and these come together and we say this is Eileen. Oh, this is Eileen. This is trillions of electrons only. But there is an illusion that we say Eileen. That's how we say, like, for example, what is God? God is all the universe. So who I am like an electron, you know, like very, very little, but I am a part of God actually. I am I am it. But it is when I say I am Emre, you are Aylin, it is like the electrons in human body, they say I am Michael, I am Maria, and they are trillions of names of atoms in Aylin's body. So they all attribute a self to themselves, a separate and free self from Aylin. It's not logic. This is how human beings situation in the universe, according to the Sufi mentality for sure. Like the Sufis, they consider them as a part of God, and there's no God but everything. Because one day Imam Ali, like the cousin of the Muhammad, and who is a very important character in the Sufi tradition, they say, Ali, show us where the God is. And Ali says, you show me a place where there is no God. Because I see God in every face, in every animal, in every plant, because God is everywhere. So also this is also the Tantra philosophy as well. Like maybe this is a little bit the topic that we are gonna talk. All these teachings actually, you know, like they are coming from the same source, like the same philosophy, but in different shapes. There are different cultures. I know that Tantra is a very different culture for Orient people, you know, for Turkish people, or like, because traditionally, you know, they have a sexual and like they don't have this culture of tantra. Nobody knows about it in Turkey. It's very new. It's very new. But in the India maybe, or in, you will explain better maybe, Eileen. In those parts, you know, like even the villagers, they are familiar about these notions and stuff. Uh, so maybe you will help me a little bit how to relate this to Sufi mentality.
Thank you. So I got often questions since I call myself a Sufi Tantra muse. I get the questions, how does align Sufism with Tantra? And I see a lot of alignments, and I love to talk with you about it because I remember one of our first topics have also been like you said, hey, Aylin, you're doing Anatolian Tantra. And I said, oh yeah, thank you for reminding me that that this has to do something with Sufism. So in Tantra, it's also about the remembrance of the divine within us. So there you also do rituals. You also worship the goddess, the feminine, the masculine. So in Tantra, this worshiping, it's with our sensual self. It's with the sacral chakra, where you are focusing and activating your sacral chakra, which is also connected with the element water, with the life force energy we all have within us, with the Kundalini energy. And the sacral chakra, there are all our emotions located. And it's also, it's our lower body. So under our navel, we have the sacral. Yeah? And when we focus on the sacral chakra, where also our sexual energy is. And the sexual energy is also spiritual energy. And this is such a powerful energy. You can create a life. As a woman in your womb, you can create a baby, which lives within you. And with this beautiful, sensual, sexual energy, you can use not just for making a baby, it's you're using this energy, you're flushing it up through all chakra zones so that you focus on specific heart projects you have. So you give birth into projects you love and also your beloved, like you have a partner and you are tantric partners and you are devoted to each other and you let also this sensual sexual energy flow together as a union. And yeah, as you said, in Anatolia, in the East, in the South, it's not that so common to talk about Tantra, especially when there is a Muslim country. But
Yeah.
I think that's also maybe the main reason. But at the end, everyone is doing it there, is doing sex, and sexual should also not be a topic which is just behind the doors. It's good to talk openly about it, about your sensual energy. And also having this intimacy is not just sex, it's so much more. And at the end, also in Tantra, you're looking for your beloved, for the divinity in another person through touches, through your body, through breath work, and through rituals. So you're eye gazing, you're touching each other very consciously. And Tantra is not just sex, it's a branch, because Tantra means Tan is the expansion and Tra is the consciousness. So expanding our consciousness. And when it comes to sensual interactions, you can also expand your consciousness and you can also feel into each other where you get very slow with everything. So you see in every touch, in every breath, the divine within. Allah is in all of us, in everything. So yeah, so that's why I am so I'm yeah, maybe you notice when I'm speaking about Tantra, I'm yeah getting into a beautiful flow. But I see the same thing in
Yeah.
Sufi. So I also want to hear your thoughts about it, because in Tantra we built an altar, we come together, we also burn some incense, we start with meditation, which is also like a sound healing, and eye gazing, or closing also our eyes, touching each other's hands and connecting with each other. And yeah, so, and feeling the divine within us, Shiva and Shakti. So
Yeah.
yeah, I want to hear your opinion in Sufism and also building the bridge with this wisdom.
Yeah. A very interesting topic. Actually, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, my dear friend Eileen. Tantra is about seeing yourself in your partner, seeing yourself in everyone, seeing the one in every face. That's why we are doing the eye gazing and salutation to the inner guidance and stuff, you know, like we have these practices in Tantra to see yourself in your mirror. Because in Tantra, they consider everyone is like our mirror. We are mirroring each other. So this is the same actually mentality in Sufism, like the exactly same, with this different language, with the different words, with the different books and practices, but the same conclusion at the end of the day. So a person is really free in these days to choose what he or she needs. She needs really these kind of tantric practices to come to this point. Does she need some breath works and sema? And does she need this in this period and then this in this period and then one other in another period? For example, I am in a yoga period a little bit because my body needs some meditation, you know, like I need to move my body, stretch my body, listen to my body. That's what my body needs, because I cannot only focus on whirling and singing. Okay, it's making my soul expanding it, but I'm sitting. No. So this balance actually, like a human being will know what he or she needs, what kind of practice he needs, she needs. For example, you have met, and me also, we met Sema very newly. I have been going to these gatherings for 7 years, and you maybe 2 years or less, I don't know, but new, right? So we had different practices, my dear friend. But now for the last 6 years, 2 years, we need Sema, and we need some Sufi songs, and we love it because we speak this language, we understand it's familiar epigenetically. Maybe we feel close, we feel like a family, and we go to Konya, to Shebiaruz. We feel like a part of the community, a beautiful, loving people community. That's also a need of a human being. That's why there's Sufism, because people need to get together like somehow. And this is what Tantra is also is. You have a ceremony, so you have some people around. So what are you talking? You are talking about the same thing, the oneness, with different practices. This is what I see. Uh yeah, like this is a very good topic. I will not be able to speak very longly today, because I need to go to the. I'm in the whirling gathering right now. Uh, but I feel that they are like two branches of the same tree, like these paths. They are supporting each other. They are not in contradiction with each other. This is how I see.
Thank you. Everything you said resonates a lot with me, and also what I have heard in the teachings, and also within those years on my path, because I also started first with meditation, astrology, yoga, tantra, and then Sufism came. And what I love about Sufism is also all those metaphors. At the end, most of you know Rumi, Mevlana, and its poetry. What I love about Sufism is that this divine love with those metaphors, with longing for the beloved, for Allah, is through poetry, through music and whirling. And
Yeah.
yeah, in Tantra, it's through breath work, through body and sensuality.
Mhm.
So, but at the end, we are all longing for the beloved, for Allah, for the divine. We can call Krishna, Shiva, Shakti, all those names, different names Allah has. And at the end, as you said, it's it's the same, but in another language.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Yeah, like this is actually what I want to say, like about Tantra, because this is not a topic that I worked really hard. I attended some classes of Tantra. I experienced it in Turkey, in some places, but one to introduction classes, like not like a retreat, because in Turkey there are also Tantra retreats. I have never been them before, but I took some classes. Even also in Kopangan, I participated to one Tantra session. This is like what I know, but as far as I talked to ChatGPT also about this issue, this is an issue that I talked with ChatGPT. It looks very similar.
I can agree on that. Since I joined several retreats, also teachings, it's energy movement. At the end, we are moving those energies and
Mm.
through different methods. But as you said, we are coming together as a collective in a circle and supporting each other, listening to music, moving our body, and also feeling this higher consciousness collectively. And this
Mm.
is also what I love about Sufism. People come together, they jam together, they
Mhm.
stand zikirs together. As
Yeah.
in Tantra, you chant also mantras together, very beautiful mantras where you also feel a shift energetically in this room. And yeah, so at the end, it's all about being conscious and cultivating our consciousness. And what I also wanted to mention is I also love about Sufism, while we are whirling in a circle, on the left side, our heart side, we are also cleansing our heart and getting rid of our ego and polishing our mirror. So this is something metaphorically I really love. Do you want to add something to that with your practices and your experience?
Yeah, like in the semi experience, it is all about getting to another dimension and listening to the sounds, the messages of another dimension. And it's through whirling. And it has four parts actually. Yani. The first parts are more sad because you are away from the divine. You just started the practice. You are not connected yet because you are doing it to be connected, to get connected. So you are apart. You are in the duality. You are in the simulation when you start. So it is more sad songs. You start like this, and then it goes like faster and more joyful because you have met it, because you have whirled, because it took your mind away, and it gave you some very unique connection. You know, everybody has this connection very uniquely, so we cannot describe what we feel in the same. I feel this way, you feel another way, the other one feels another way, but it is something, I don't know, like people are really in love, and it's a very very interesting practice because everything is whirling, even these electrons are whirling, which means we are being harmonized by the universe scientifically, not spiritually or something, physically. Everything is whirling already, all the universes, all the galaxies, all the planets, the sun, and everything, all the electrons, they are already whirling. They are whirling and whirling and whirling. So why will we not whirl while everything is whirling? Yani? So we also whirl, and it's a very big connection. And when you do it with a good intention, Aileen, if you don't whirl with a good intention, you get nothing. You just whirl and you get tired, you know? But if you whirl like no one is watching you, you are on your own, and you are here for a meditation, you are seeking for some path, you need help, you know, like you need help from your inner guidance, the one who speaks in you, because not message is coming from the sky, you know, it's coming from you. Everything is coming from your heart, you know, like all the messages, it's coming from you to you, not from anywhere. But it's a really, and you are whirling around your heart. So you make your heart your center, and you, that's why you turn to the left, then you make your heart the center. So it's also like one of the senses of the Sema, but it's a really good practice that we enjoy really spiritually. You know, like it's, I don't know, every time I take another pleasure, sometimes I don't get pleasure. I say, okay, today I have nothing to get from the Sema. Okay, yeah, I don't have to feel something all the time, yeah. If I don't need to feel, okay, I don't feel, yeah, that's okay. But some people, you know, like while doing these practices, they are like, I didn't feel something, I didn't feel anything. Like it's like something to catch or buy, you know? This industry culture, they want to get something like for sure. Maybe not getting is better for you. Where do you know it, yeah? What do you know what is good for you or not? But anyways,
And another thing, also while whirling, those who have never tried it or who are practicing the first time, it's also very important that one feet is staying very grounded to the earth. And the other feet is in the other realm and is also supporting that you can whirl. But also the same with the hands, that one hand is connected with the higher consciousness with the other dimension and the other hand with the earth. So staying, like the saying, as above, so below, Mother
Yeah.
Earth, sky. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. It was a good talk. I enjoyed this topic. And your contribution is always very important because you are living in a foreign country with a different culture. And you're also a very interesting person, Eileen. You know, like as a Sufi, Tantric Sufi, you know, you're very unique and I really admire your style. All the time I mention you when it's some Kundalini teachers and Kundalini time, I say, I have a friend like this. So thank you very much. As I mean, Yolava, you know, I'm very tired. Actually, I'm very sorry about it because, you know, we cannot sleep well because we are whirling all the day making music. And I need to go to make music right now as well. So, little by little, I want to say goodbye.
Thank you a lot, Emily. I really appreciate your wisdom and talking with you, and I'm very grateful for our friendship. So I wish you a wonderful time in Yalova, and while you're whirling and making music. And we will meet again next month, the first Sunday every month. We catch up and offer you this free Sufi tea talk. And if you have questions, you can also write them into our WhatsApp group, and we do our best to answer all of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, so thank you for your participation.
Thank you for invitation and having this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you, Leonard, for listening. See you guys.
See you. Bye.
Bye.